If I can be brave, I could change the world. If I could be brave, I could be like Dr. Martin Luther King. If I could be brave, I can do and be whatever that I dream. My awesome project would spend the $1,000 training Courage Crusaders to go into schools, into community centers, and libraries, and private homes, and organize superhero awakening ceremonies. This project is a strength-based approach to teaching our children how to stand up to bullying, how to manage their shyness, or how to build up their low self-esteem. Because when they realize how really terrific they already are, when they believe that there is something about them that makes them special, then you change the way that that child interacts with the world. You empower them to be superheroes. So in the superhero awakening ceremonies, we would sing songs that are empowering. We would make superhero masks and capes. We would use writing exercises to help children figure out what their superpowers really are. Powers like courage, or compassion, kindness, or sense of humor. Why am I doing this project? Because I was that shy kid. I was that bullied kid. And no one ever talked to me about what it would take to be brave. So I'm doing for children what I wish someone would have done for me. Make me feel special. Make me feel super. When most people think of superheroes, we think of them being superhuman. And these masked figures can fly and see through walls. But what this project does is talks about superpowers. We talk about things that are really important in everyday life, such as cleaning up after yourself, which shows the superpower of responsibility. We talk about facing your fears, which is the superpower of courage. We talk about sitting at lunch with that shy kid who has no friend, which is the superpower of love. Did you know that the word courage comes from the Latin word cor, which means heart? So when you encourage someone, you pour into their heart. And this is what the Superhero Awakening Project is all about. We want to reach shy kids and bullied kids and marginalized kids and pour empowering messages into their hearts, because courage is already there too. And even when fear takes over, as it sometimes does, we give children what we call courage stones that they can rub to remind themselves that courage is always within them, always. When you stand up to your fear, you can be a leader too. Having courage is a choice, and you know just what to do. You stand steady when your toes are scared. You speak up though your voice might squeak. Shoulders back, stand as tall as an oak tree, even though your knees feel weak. If I can feel brave, I can change the world. Because when bullied kids are brave, that is awesome. Thank you. Okay, so
if you have issues with not really wanting to participate or having low self-esteem.
Okay, so the first question was
What ages?
Yeah. Well, I'm going from preschool to middle school and sometimes in high school, because bravery is something actually that adults even need to learn how to tap into and get access to. But generally it would be from preschool, because they can learn the songs, they can learn how to be brave through the words in the songs. So it would start out with preschool through middle school, and it would also include high school students and whomever else, but it would be up to the Courage Crusaders. If they had a group of people that really needed to kind of tap into some of their courage, they would be welcome to train and have superhero awakening ceremonies for that age group too. But what I'm doing is pulling in people, average people, parents, those who work with kids already, and training them how to do this, PTAs, at community centers. And so this is really about having them invite the kids in to participate in this. And I think once that happens, the word will spread. We're not trying to force people into it. What I'm finding is that there's a lot of need out there because I do a lot of work in schools teaching kids writing, and I ran into a lot of shy and bullied kids. And so they're not hard to find. And so once we open up the opportunity to have these superhero awakening ceremonies, I don't think we'll have a problem at all finding kids who want to participate. And once the word gets out there, there'll be more ceremonies. People want to have them in their homes. I think that the opportunity to increase bravery in children is not something that's going to be hidden. People will want to and seek us out and want to come to the ceremonies. Yes.
What will you spend $1,000 on?
I will spend $1,000 on training giving them the stipend of those who are our Courage Creators, Courage Crusaders. They would get a stipend for participating because they would then take the materials, which would also be part of what I would spend the money on, the materials and the T-shirts and the printing and the courage stones and the books and really trying to make it a very uniform approach to how we have these ceremonies, and then training them to also train other parents in particular, because you can even have a superhero awakening ceremony at home with your child, because there's the standard songs that we sing, there's standard superhero poems that we encourage kids to write. We encourage parents, because we want this to be about having parents to talk to their kids about these issues. And so the book, which I didn't bring, apologize about that, has also activities and questions that parents can ask their children about that. This came out of, you guys can ask this question, but this came out of a book that I wrote called The Awakening of Sharon, a Shine Brown Supergirl. And so I didn't want to just do a book signing. I wanted to do something that was very empowering to kids. And so I held the very first superhero awakening ceremony, and we did these things that I talked about that I would do, is make the mask, and that would be what the money would go for as well. We would make masks and capes, and so there's a lot of materials that come along with that. And so we had the parents gather around the kids after they identified their superpower, and we sang a song that really made these kids stand with their shoulders back. We said, "Thank you, superhero. We think you are amazing. We love you, superhero. You got so much style, you make me want to sing." And we just keep saying that, and they wear their masks, and they get their capes, and and what was happening was the parents were telling me the kids didn't want to, they went to sleep with their masks on and their capes on. They kept singing the song, because